Welcome back to Good Morning Colorado. Thanks for staying with us. You're taking a live look in Ordway this morning. This view from our Vero wireless camera. The sun is peeking out. This is just a beautiful, beautiful shot here and a beautiful way to start 2021. Sunrise at 7:21 this morning. Sunset at 4:47 p.m. Well, turning to weather now, Marty Vanachinque has been standing by in our weather center with more on the changing conditions. Good morning, Marty.
And good morning, Hannah. Good morning, everybody. Whether you're looking out across the plains or here along the I-25 corridor, we always have some nice things to look at. Don't have the color mode going yet on our camera up on top of the San Cristo Mountains this morning, but you can still see the sky conditions are clear. You can also see that the camera is shaking around a little bit, and so there is some wind over the mountains, and I think over and near the mountains there will be at times throughout the day today. And that's reflected in the warmer temperatures right now for Canyon City and Walsenburg and Trinidad, where we have mid-20s to lower 30s, and it's relative to the teens and lower 20s that we have in most of eastern Colorado. In fact, Lima's down to 8. And then we have some pretty cold air up across the mountain valleys, not surprisingly. Got us in the big winter in that regard with minus 11 at the moment. Futurecast does show wind predominantly over and near the mountains throughout the day today in pockets, and we could have some gusts over 20 miles an hour at times. But notice the numbers stay pretty small here across the I-25 corridor between Colorado Springs and Pueblo, and then out east along the Arkansas River. So low-lying areas in eastern Colorado shouldn't have a lot of wind today, certainly less than we had yesterday, which is always helpful. It does mean a slower warm-up, but it also means a better feel if you're outside walking around. Futurecast is also showing we'll have a lot of sun today, and that's always helpful this time of year to make it feel pretty warm, even when the temperatures are still relatively cool. But we do expect 40s to around 50 today in much of eastern Colorado. A little bit warmer than we were yesterday for sure. We'll have 20s up across the mountains and the southern valleys. Salida should be around 37. I think Teller County generally in the 30s today as well. And then as we head into tonight, we'll probably have a little bit more cloud cover around, so we'll call for partly cloudy conditions. The air overhead will be a little bit warmer than it is currently, but we're still expecting a pretty light wind tonight, and so that should allow the temperatures to cool pretty effectively. And I still think we'll drop back into the teens to lower 20s in most areas tomorrow morning. We'll still have some single-digit numbers both above and below zero up across the high country and over the big mountain valleys. Still waiting for that wire nut camera up on top of Cheyenne Mountain to switch from infrared mode into color mode as we get just a little bit more light for the camera sensors to work with. But again, you can make out the sky conditions, and at the moment we have a beautiful clear sky out there across Colorado Springs. We're tracking some warmer air as we head into the work week. We'll have some wind here and there, some clouds as well, and maybe a little bit of snow by midweek. More on that in our extended forecast coming up soon.
We need that snow in the high country, and I will say I was out for a walk yesterday. Beautiful, but the wind was the hardest part of it. So just bundle up, I guess, if you're going out.
The wind always kind of determines how nice it feels this time of year, because really, I mean, the temperature at 50 degrees is fine if there's no wind and the sun's out, but when the wind's blowing, it doesn't feel quite so nice. I do think it'll be a little bit nicer for most areas today, but if you're up in the mountains, you're going to disagree with me. So there will be some pockets.
Thanks, Marty.
You're welcome.
Well,